here for a shakedown. From Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down.
You know, I see a lot of people talking about QUEZ Watkins. Let's talk a little for a couple minutes about QUEZ Watkins, because I got a lot to say about QUEZ Watkins. I mean, to me, I think QUEZ Watkins is another guy that could break out this year. I don't know if there's going to be enough balls thrown his way to get like over 1,000 yards or whatever. But I think that you look at a guy who's going to go probably against the third corner, going to be moved all around with A.J. Brown, and there's going to be so much attention drawn to these other guys. I think he's a legit deep threat. I think that he can create he can create big plays. I think he'll lead the team in average yards per reception. What are your thoughts about QUEZ Watkins going into the season?
The yards he had last year should be the yards or more than that he should have this year, being as the number 3, because it's scary. It's really scary. Just imagine if Hurts actually, saw him open on some of these passes last year, and the amount of I really thought, and I'm telling you right now, we could have had at least an 800 to 1,000 yard receiver in QUEZ and over 1,000 yard receiver in Devontae Smith. I honestly think we would have had 2 guys close to either over or under 1,000 yards. I mean, just crazy what QUEZ could do. And there were some passes from Jalen Hurts this last year as well that were inaccurate, and QUEZ found the ball himself and was aggressive towards the football too. And especially some third down situations, he caught some amazing acrobatic catches. I mean, he saved us on a couple of drives. I think he's getting better every single year, and he has been. And I think he's going to do well in the slot. I think he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think he had 2 drops all year?
Yeah,
right. It was something ridiculous like that. Yeah, I mean, I think QUEZ's ceiling is really high. I just hope that they give him enough work. That's one of the reasons why I want Rager to go, because I don't want any risks to getting anybody taking snaps away from QUEZ Watkins. I don't even want Pascal as the third receiver. I want it to be QUEZ Watkins, because I just think with those other guys, he's such an explosive force that you're scary. Your offense is scary. I mean, a lot of it falls on Nick Sirianni, Gannon, Steichen. I mean, they got to put these guys in the right position.
Yeah, it's really up to them. It's good on paper, but I mean, that's why they kept the coaching staff this year. If you guys didn't know, we didn't make any positional coach change. I mean, nothing. We didn't make any changes. They want to keep the same group in here. So obviously, bring in new guys, and there's not confusion, but there's too many new pieces. So you have the same coaching staff going into year 2, and this is it. Yeah. This is it to make this roster work. So,
well, I'll say this too. I think that there were times where they didn't put guys in the right position, and they didn't even use guys. I always go back to the Giants game where Devontae Smith goes to the coach and says, I want the ball. I'm open. I'm going to get open. And they didn't go to him, and he was open. You have to give guys the opportunity in a situation like that, especially when he's your first-round pick. So I want to see what they're going to look like with this passing game. I think it's got to be a lot better than it was last year.
That Tampa playoff game really pissed me off. It really did. But I mean, not just for this coaching staff had a horrible and I understand it's the Bucs, but it was so bad to where Miles Sanders was almost out for 3 weeks, and you gave him all the carries. Not till the third quarter when you started to add Boston Scott in, and Devontae Smith didn't get a catch till the end of the third. I'm watching these playoffs last year, and every playoff game was so great and so close, and I think the best playoff football we've seen in a long time. Then our game comes on, and it's what the hell are they doing? Devontae Smith is goes up to Jalen Hurts, says, "Yo, you give me the ball right now." Throws a screen pass. I mean, he had 60 yards in a minute and a half. I mean, it's crazy, the amount of yards he would have had. It's nuts.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally agree. Joe Ennis says 800 or more yards for QUEZ. I think around 800 is what I have.
Yeah.
I think, I definitely think so. Rudy, thank you for super chat, man. He says Smith was open every time last year. Listen, when you watch the all 22 of Devontae Smith last year, and you go back and we did, I mean, he was open a lot. He was open a lot. They just didn't get him the ball as much. You know what I mean? Emmanuel says 33 1,000 yard receivers this season. Man, that's hard to believe. Now, let's say you did have 3 1,000-yard guys. I would think one of them's got to be Dallas Goedert. No, like
are they gonna stray away from him this year?
I don't think so. I think Goddard's gonna have a big year. I think you're gonna see a lot of 3 wide receivers, but I still think Goddard's gonna get a lot.
He had some crucial drops last year too. He dropped the ball a good amount of times last year too.
Yeah, Goddard. I thought Goddard once Ertz left though. I felt that Goddard took the next step.
I
Here's
agree.
a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes Philly Shakedown.
Let's go.